What's going on, champs? Just having a bit of an issue with the freaking camera. Give me a second. I'm gonna try again one more time. There we go. We finally got it. There we go. That's it. Finally. Fucking hell. Been having trouble with this for the last like 15 minutes, man. Alright, let's get cracking. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. So, Bitcoin doing Bitcoin. You know, we had a bit of a drop yesterday. You know, the shit goes on, and we don't fucking know what happens, innit? But you know how we do on the lower time frame. We're playing the move up and down, like literally non-stop as well. I mean, just do its thing. And as long as we're taking profits on the way up, on the way down, we just see how the market works out in its structure. And some people call it choppy, some people call it messy, some people call it range bound. I call it range bound anyway. But the thing is, right, the market is going to do its thing, right? Remember, I always say to you, the market's always in a range, right? You just got to understand what the market is, what the high is, what the low is, and just play level to level. That's what you got to do. We played some shorts, we played some longs. Yesterday, I played a freaking decent trade, actually. I was telling the guys in the DCC, and on the shorts in it, on the short side, on a retest of the fuck was it? Monthly open. Took the short there, bang, let's go, off we go. So before we go into the you know the talks about like the trade itself, let's give a quick shout out to all these guys. Is it Lei Foy? So we got Lei, the first person there. You can analyze Phantom chart, please. At least say please, isn't it? Gandalf's in the house, man. We got Guna. I mean, no, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Straight up, isn't it? Like, no, hey, how's it going? You know, like, go just straight demand, isn't it? It's a bit rude, isn't it? Fucking hell. But then again, you got people who got no manners. What can you do? Move on anyway. So Gandalf's in the house. Got Guna's in the house. Beatnik, what's going on, brother? Yo, time for some quality time. Appreciate that, brother. Piotr's in the house. Got Final Country Club. David Bart. Got Marta. Marta's always here every morning, man. Bless you, man. Appreciate the love there. Derry. We got Ed. Stanley Badass. And we got Triple A. First time watching. Let's go, man. Welcome to the thingy, to the channel. Triple A. I really appreciate you guys actually, you being here, and anyone that's new. Let's get cracking. Let's get fucking cracking. Before I even talk about this shit, right? Oh, that's the 5 seconds. I was just trying to. Sorry about that. That's the 5 seconds. Let's not go on the 5 seconds yet. We'll get to that level once we go. There's actually a scalp on the 5 seconds. You know. Let's have a look. Triple A. We might be looking for a scalp on the 5 seconds. Here we go. All right then. So what can we look? There's an entry right here. Already on the spot. There's an entry right here. Right. There you go. If we reclaim this, oh fucking hell, now that's just me showing off now, innit? Fucking hell. Alright, sorry about this, guys, but let's just do it. I'm addicted to lower time frames. I'm just too addicted to this shit. Let me just try and get this. Okay, so ideally I would like to see us come back to this low over here, to this market structure break over here. But I can see right here, there's an entry there. Where will be my confirmation? If we enter here, bullish market structure. I mean, take out these highs especially. Bullish market structure, off we go. That's your confirmation. Stop loss over here, play it to this target here, and then play into these highs, and then straight into there. That's what I'm looking for. Then expansion play on the 5 seconds there. But that, I don't know why the fuck I'm looking at the 5 seconds. I really don't know why I was looking at the 5 seconds. I think I'm just like trying to sharpen my eyes a little bit, but fuck that anyway. So but let's see what happens. If it does hit right, you know what, you gotta give it, smash the likes for that on the 5 seconds. Who's trying on the 5 seconds? Tell me. There we go. That's it. Get a close here. That's it. That's the setup right there. Fucking, I was right. I was fucking right. Where was it? It's right here, isn't it? That's what I was looking for. That's it. So now you got a close there. Market structure tells me that we can retest here. We might find some resistance right off this area here. Let's just mark this out for fun. Who the fuck charts 5 seconds for fun? What the fuck is that crazy shit about? Nah. I'll probably see this one here, right here. This is where the reaction is. And then the retest right into here, and then that's where you're long, and then that's where you stop loss there, and then you start targeting the areas we're talking about, these highs there, straight into this, and then into that. Let's have a look for 5 seconds in it. It shouldn't take me that long anyway to actually look at this 5 second shit. Yeah, there we go. That's a retest there. That's your entry right here. You can enter in. Invalidation is here. That's your invalidation, but keep a nice stop loss there. Probabilities increase. I mean, like, let's have a look on if I were to do this thing. Right, let's have a look. If I were to go long position right over here, Stop loss there. After 5 seconds, how many R's can we get? It's not a bad fucking start of the day, man. What is that? A 4.5 R? Fucking hell. We'll see what's going on though. We'll come back to that after. Come back to it after. I mean, like once we... Anyway. But yeah, the fucking... I don't know why we're looking at 5 seconds. Let's screw this. We're going back. We're down underwater. Fuck that. Anyway, so... let's talk about the main important thing. The main important thing that we're looking at. Let me delete this. Play that away. Where the fuck is we're looking at? Actually, where's the Twitter? I want to speak through the post itself. Let me delete this. And all right. So this is what I talked about last night with the guys in the country club. So this is the plan, right? I always say once we get below the monthly open, it's bearish, right? So nothing has changed because we nice clean close below here, right? And not only that, we're taking out this liquidity over here, which is showing me bearish market structure. Market structure low, higher high, well the high, lower low, lower high, lower low. But this will be a lower high coming back down to this area. And I marked this area here. The importance of this area. This is the consolidation which is in the market all the way up there and came back down. And we had some deviation here, and the rest has held support as long as respected the box, okay? If we were supposed to be bearish, what we'd be looking for is price to get below this low here and break down and off it goes, okay? That's what I was looking for bearishness. And that's what I was looking for bearishness. But as long as it holds this box, it's all good to go. Which means, right, as a target, I think once we get to monthly open, you enter in with the breakdown the monthly open, take the short all the way down here, off this consolidation, and that'll be target. And then what I said, there'll be two options, all right? I told them there'll be two things that will happen. Number one, we still find support because we still, as long as we hold above it, that's the market structure that is bullish, right? If we start losing it and get back below this, like this, then it becomes bearish because then what that means is this block is giving up and it's now acting as resistance. You know, you got SRs, so you got like a support and resistance. This is support, and you know, as long price is below, I think on top of the support, it's always going to be support. A bit of deviation is not a problem, and once we get to resistance, we get resistance. And then if it does a deviation, no problem, and then break down, we play it back down to support, and then from support, play back to resistance, and that's all it is, just a range bound environment. Nothing else changed there. And this was just like one thing was me. Instead, I didn't play all well. I did play some shorts from there to here, a little around. I cut the rest of the shorts there, missed this out there, entered some shorts from here, played it down to monthly open, played the long back up, then played back. Well, I didn't play that bit. That bit there. I played the shorts from over here, the monthly open, back down there, and that's all it was. Nothing else. And as you can see quite clearly, it was quite a decent trade. On the next slide. The next slide. Come on, there we go. And that's it. Bang on, monthly open. I entered as soon as we enter the monthly open. Invalidation, you know, you play it from like, you can put a stop loss there, a high invalidation up at the top over there, and then just play it back down. That's what it was. That's what it was. And once we hit the target, Bob's your uncle, off we go. We started finding some support, and we have made now a new range called Monday's range. We got Joe Crate in the house, Stecky in the house too. Dirty Fla, what's going on? Morning, Mr. Fla. We got Era in the house as well. Hugh Janus, Michael Caffrey's in the house. Well, that's his real name. He didn't steal that off White Collar. That's his real name. I think it is. Don't know. Cryptique's in the house as well, and John Caboose. What's going on, brother? So yeah, and that's it. Trades all done. Happy days. Let's move on to the next one. So the shorts on Bitcoin played out well, and just so coincidentally, this short over here, right, when I start taking profits, you know the reason why I took profits completely, I was completely gone here. Let me give you a little secret in it. When you play, like when you're trading, don't just focus on one chart, right? The biggest mistake you can do is just focus on one single chart, and then that fits your bias in it, because there's a possibility. This is the mid-range. This is the mid-range of the 19th of September, right? Remember that. 19th of September, it's a range we've been playing for like 4 weeks now, right? So this was the mid-range. So we're always going to find a reaction in the mid-range. I can't stress that enough, but that's what always happened. Why? I don't fucking know. It's just magic. It just take my word for it. And you can always draw a range and see how the mid-range reacts as well. So this comes up to mid-range. But at the same time, Ethereum was different. Ethereum comes into here. Let me show you where Ethereum is. Still holding it as well. Let's have a look. I don't know what I'm looking at. Anyway, Ethereum. Fuck that. Go back there in a second. 1 hour. Ethereum. Look at this. it comes back right into that. Remember that this is the same range, and it's the same goddamn range here. This is the 19th of September's high and low, and this is where it's capped the market. And we've been playing in the same range for 4 months, 4 weeks, right? And look what happened is we've come at support. This is major support. And look, we do have a bit of a deviation, as you can see. Small little trick of the eye itself, but at the same time, this is the deviation there. You see this high there? We've broken market structure on the upside, and now what we're doing is finding a retest. I could enter here, right? With invalidation there, playing it back into the mid range, right? I'll definitely start taking profits on monthly open, right? And then playing it all the way to range high. Range high. I think I'll be looking into that one as well in the coming. So look, because I do want to enter in as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can we enter in a bit more tighter? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Sorry guys, normally I do Bitcoin and I do Ethereum, but I'm actually trying to look for an entry for myself as well. And if you guys want to jump on board, you're more than welcome. So that's the high. Based on the validation, I mean, that's the 15 minutes. Can we come into this area here? Can we come into this area here, or a deeper pullback in here? I like a deeper pullback. At the same time, we've got this trend line going in place here. This trend line here. So I think we come back into this area here, to be honest. I think we might pull out into this, or this high, hold this high. Based on the validation, I can enter the trade here with a stop loss there, and I think I'll just do that, to be honest. Let's go on the 5 minutes for a second. Let's have a look. Right, so the 5 minute structure wise, let's have a look what's going on. This high still holds in place. We've broken market structure on the high. On the lower time frame, happy days. We get a wick above it, right, as resistance. Closes above it, find support. Here you go. That's your first entry there, right? And then your confirmation entry will be this. If we break this high, for those who want to enter in, we break this high and find support, off we go. That will be your confirmation entry there. So I'm quite keen to take the trade here, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm quite keen for this slightly deeper pullback into here. Let me draw for I'm thinking Fibonacci quickly. High. Let's say this is a low. Comes into 75% of the range. Yeah. I can see that coming right in here, into here. 75% of range into here. See how it closes. We'll come back to it in a moment. If we start making bullish market structure, then we'll take the longs a little bit higher. But patience in it. Patience. Right. Let's look at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin saying? So actually, no. Before we go to Bitcoin, what's dollar index saying? Dollar index is quite interesting, right? So it's come up, right? We're still capped between this. Nothing's really changed at the moment from yesterday. We're still capped within this, right? Between this area here to this area, and all we've got resistance, a deviation. What is this range? This is last week's range, last week's Monday's range, or the week before. But it was a Monday's range where we actually first step into here, into this area there, and then we have a deviation, and that's the macro mid range there. So, I mean, you can draw a trend line kind of thing. Let's have a look on 15 minutes. Let's see what it's showing us. I mean, if I were to be straight to my trend line, yeah. And then we got this one over here. Let's have a look. Bit choppy, bit messy. But anyway, we know we're focused on there. So in terms of BTC, right, we know this is the high. So this is and this is the low here. Right? Chopping this area here. Two things can happen. Either we come into here, stop runs this high there, comes into the macro mid range, comes back down, breaks down, and then plays it back down to this, right? Confirmation for longs, right? And so confirmation for shorts is if we get back below this Monday's range, find bearishness, and off we go. Let's go back down, right? And then that'll be good for the stocks, yes, and that'll be also good for euro, pound sterling, across the world and whatnot, because the dollar is falling down a little bit, and it'll be also good for crypto. So it gives a bit of a breathing space in crypto as well. So that's that. Yeah, so that's that. And then like or bullishness, what bullishness is we come back up, right? Retest this area, might come back down over here. Once we reclaim this area here, then what happens is come to the mid range. From the mid range, right? This is absolute confirmation, playing it to 75% range and then to range high. So that's the plan there is, but it's so far so good. It looks like it's respecting this area here, the range low as well. So it could go sideways. We don't fucking know, but dollar index, I want to be a bit careful. I was looking at dollar index yesterday, right? When I was playing the short, and I cut the trade. No, was it the short? I don't know. The guys on DCC would talk about that. I was talking about ES, and I was comparing the ES dollar index and Bitcoin, how they were reacting at the same time at key levels as well. Can't remember where it was, but if I remember, it'll come back to my head anyway. Oh yeah, it was around here. So 10, 15, about 2 o'clock yesterday, right? 2 o'clock yesterday. Let's have a look. Where were 2 o'clock yesterday? I can't remember. I really can't remember what it was. Oh, fuck it. I can't remember. It's in somewhere in the chat, but never mind. Doesn't really matter so much anyway. So, what we've done with ES, this is the range band environment again. No difference there. That hasn't changed at all. This low so far is holding as it is. This macro mid-range, range high is the key right now. What is that? Let's have a look on the daily. It's basically a range band environment of this area here. That's what it is. Okay, and as long as we hold above it, it's all good, right? Confirmation for longs will be stepping back into the 2021's range low. Bullish market structure, off we go. Let's go and fill out some of these gaps and see if we can get a lower high or a lower time frame higher high and whatnot, and see what happens there. Do we come back all the way into this area here? What the fuck? Why is this like that? 1 second. So this is the low, and that's the high, approximately. And then we got the mid 25% coordinates is 3938.5. That's better. That's better. That's it. Take this off. Cool. And then do we come back into here? Right, and this will be like and then break down. If you start breaking down for bearishness, and then go back to the range low, and then that will be like the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Oh, I wouldn't say that because it breaks anyway. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then it keeps going down. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if we were to be bearish, right, if dollar index start pushing up higher, what will happen with ES start collapsing, and how will ES react? If we're looking for shorts, is that we're looking for a breakdown, right? Once we break down over here, this is bearish market structure, and then we can play it back down to the mid range, continue the mid range. Got all this inefficiency to fill out and whatnot from the mid range. See how we react. Break down even further. Let's go and take out some liquidity down at this low here and this low over there, and that's it. And that's 3200, and that's the range band environment. Then we'll see how we react. So we get a bit of a bounce, and then that could be like another macro lower high, for example. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, no clear directions entirely on saying if it's bearish or bullish yet. We're all holding at the moment. Price is actually holding off this area here. Let's hide this. So where price is holding off at the moment, it's just literally this area here. This is where the area is actually make it a bit higher. There we go, that's it. And you can see quite clearly that's where the price is holding in. I don't like the fact that we step back into it, we close into it, because to me, off this, it looks like we're gonna come back into down over here, take out the liquidity here. That's what it looks like to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like that, right? But for the time being, we can say it's bullish. Once we get back up and hold above it, happy days. Let's go back up, take out, take out into this high there, play into this area here, and then this area here, and then we'll see, then probably into, yeah, we'll work it from there, level to level. But so these are the areas that we're looking for ES, if it shows us bullishness. But if it doesn't, we know what happens. Let me just bring this back up. Fuck off. No, that's not it. It was this one here. This high here. There we go. If it doesn't, it starts breaking down, right? Because obviously, remember, this is the key. This is the high. Remember the range I was telling you, right? That's where we found support. If it starts breaking down, loses this level over here, that's bearish, or as it is, and it retests into the block, will be bearish, especially if it comes to here. Short level stop loss above the box itself, playing it back down to the level, mid-range, and then range low. Well, range low is over here. But you can't really see me because the fucking head's in the way. Mid-range and then range lows over here. Okay, so that's ES. Let's talk about Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin saying? All right, so Bitcoin, it's range banding in this area here at the moment on the daily, right? It's pretty tight, nothing too fancy to talk about. Let's just bring up this range here. Now that's the monthly range. The monthly wise, actually, right, we're finding support off. Yeah, let's just talk about this range over here, because we're going to talk about Monday's range in just a second, and then we'll talk about plans, okay? So we're still range bound in this environment here, okay? That's all. Really and truly, we're still stuck within this high here and this low here, and price has just been capping this area here, okay? If I just delete everything off, right, and just make it nice and simple, you can still see how clearly this is been playing, right? Literally, that's just resistance, support, resistance, resistance, resistance over here, a bit of a deviation, we step back in. We're still stuck in this area here, so there's no clear direction whether we're going to be mega bullish or mega bearish on the lower time frame. It's just looking like, you know, it's doing its thing. It just want to fucking tease us around and play, you know, play hopscotch and whatever it wants to do. So as we can see, the price is held mid-range, right, at 18,972. As long as this holds, happy days, let's play back up. I'm happy to play to 1930 and then monthly open. Then from there, we'll see what happens there. Obviously, we now got Monday's range, so we're going to focus on Monday's range in just a moment. But just on the gist of it, like, we literally just play within its range, right? Whether it comes back up over here and breaks down, I don't fucking know, right? Or whether it comes back up and step up and takes out these highs, shows bullishness and keeps going up and taking, you know, feel like this inefficiency. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't give a shit. All I give a shit about is making the money on the way as it goes, and just respecting the level to level kind of game. That's all it is, nothing else. I don't want to start focusing, oh yeah guys, you know, we're gonna go fucking, you know, like we're gonna go up to like to 60k and whatever man, like whatever, honestly. But look at this, right? This is where it gets a bit more tricky now, okay? So you've got a trend line over here, right? And then it shows us support, 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 and then we finally lost it here. Yesterday we actually closed below it, not looking so good, which means any retest of this trend line and you break down into the monthly open, to the breakdown, you can do a bit of a deviation. For example, you could do something like this, takes out Monday's high, breaks down, finds resistance on the monthly open. That's your confirmation stop loss over here. We've taken out these highs over there. I think we get kept at this high, to be honest. I think we get kept at this high, and you probably could bring your stop loss over there. And then we play it back down to mid-range, shoot the motherfucker back down into this 25% and then range low. 18255, and we'll see what the fuck happens next. Then we'll see what happens, but that's just the gist of the idea of if it was to be bearish, if it was to be bullish, right? I'm keen on looking at this area here. So this high to me has got to hold, right? This high's got to hold, right, for bullishness. Come into the range high. If we hold above it, happy days. Let's go into the next level of targets, into these highs, break up, and like as I said, we feel like this inefficiency going to this target here, 21.7. I'm looking for 21.7k. I think this is around 21.6-ish k. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so now let's just narrow things down. Okay, let's go as a day trader. Now, how are we gonna day trade this motherfucker here? Because this is being a bitch, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's narrow this down. The low on this one is 19,028. 028.04. Alright, cool. Right, so that's the low. And I posted this out last night actually. Basically I was just about to go to bed, man. And obviously target hit, right? Target hit over here, and I literally straight away I was like, you know what, let me just do this for the guys on the DCC. And where was it? Right here. Posted straight away, and you can see I said, all right then, and he retests. This is now Monday's range, because when this happened, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, innit? Like just after 1:15, 1:30. What's going on, Carl? How you doing, brother? Good to see you here again. Yeah, smash up the likes, man. Show some love, man. Appreciate that. So I was looking at the thingy, looking at the chart. I said, okay, so we've established Monday's low. That's Monday's low. That's Monday's high over here, and it makes sense. Look, you know, support over here, come back up, and resistance, get back up, support, get back up, support, choppy over here, get back up. Deviations there, come back in, resistance, sells off. All right, so it does make a lot of sense. And I was playing the bearish move from here all the way down to here. So I was playing it. It's just easy peasy lemon squeezy kind of shit in it. Anyway, so now at like about 1:15, when this was all happening, and I hit my target and stuff and whatnot, got the rest of the trade slightly above there. The whole thing was collapsed. I mean, I took there was profit here, TP1 at mid range, and they collapsed the whole trade there. So I start seeing, right, so once we step in, I said, if we step into Monday's low, hold it. As long as we hold this low here, bullish market structure, then we can play it to 25% of the range, and then we can squeeze into this area and mid-range, right? That's what I was saying. And so far, Bob's your uncle, we are in a decent trade at the moment. We are definitely in a decent trade there. Coming for a pullback, no problem there, that's fine. Where's my, I might, yeah, just about break, well, yeah, just about break even on the long itself. Like I said, just use it. Let's just use this actually. So you see this high here, right? That's where we got the structure going on, right? So you can still have an entry over here with a stop loss here, right? Well, yeah, I'd say here. Invalidation will be here anyway, right? And you play it back up, 25% of range, and you're squeezing it back into this area here, and we feel like this inefficiency, and I do expect some reaction to happen, maybe a pullback, and see if we can squeeze back into mid-range. Once we get into mid-range, this is where you're gonna definitely have to start taking some profit there, because there's two things gonna happen. Either we start breaking down, and if we start breaking down, I'll collapse the whole of the trade, and I look to enter in when I need to enter in, or we do, we establish a bit of a range, a bit of choppiness. Once we get back up above these highs there, especially above the 25% range, then we start the 75% of that is 75% of that 19th of September. Then we squeeze it into 19.4k, which is the 75% of the range, and then I'm looking at this monthly open. This monthly open is my key. I'm gonna definitely take profits over here. I'm cutting up a quite a sizable portion over here at monthly open because we're gonna find some sort of resistance. Look, we found resistance here. We're gonna find some sort of resistance. If by magic, like whatever happens, and we start climbing back above it, and we shoot up to Monday's side, take out Monday's liquidity. That's it. Trade's all done. I'm done for the day. I'm quite happy with that as well. I don't know why it's like that anyway. Fucking that's what it should be. So I've pulled back quite deeply. But okay, never mind. Like I said, my invalidation is actually here. I don't know why he's not done that. Ah, dope. Let's have a look. So that scalp on the 5 seconds was wrong. Okay, let's have a look. 5 minutes. I mean, it still holds. It still holds for me. I mean, as long as we hold above here, this is just a deeper pullback here. Now, I want to see this area here hold as support. Once we hold it as support, okay, reclaim this area here. That's your confirmation there. Off you go, 25%, and that's the target we just discussed. If it was to be bearish, right? I want to see ETH in just a second as well. If it was to be bearish, we come back down, breaks down, find resistance. I have to cut the whole trade. I have to cut the whole trade when we find resistance here because we're going to take out the stops over here and over here. Then we'll see what happens next. Because I'll be ready to play the short if we break down and play down lower. I'll be ready for that as well. So that's that there. Let me look at ETH quickly. Come, yeah, perfect. Oh fuck, you know what? I'm gonna enter in. Coming to, I did say 75% of the range. Taking that flat body candle on the 5 minutes there. I want to see if we can squeeze into here. I'd like to squeeze into this area here and then hold support. Once we reclaim this is off we go. We'll talk about that in just a second anyway. So yeah, just a bit of a tighter squeeze. What's the dollar index saying? Dollar index is still range bounding in this area here. That's the high over there. Let's cap the market. If we're going to find some resistance, this is the area to find the resistance right over here. That's there. And we need to start breaking down. Right, breaking down over here. And then let's go. And then gives us a bit of a breathing space on Bitcoin. Okay? What's going on, Piotr Damek? How you doing, brother? So we'll see what happens. So as to break down, we need to close the next 4 minutes below here. I like to see us below this level. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm in the BTC trade anyway. Yeah, I'm in the BTC trade. Better entry in my opinion as well. We've taken out Monday's liquidity. Let's take out Monday's mid and Monday's high liquidity. Makes sense. In my opinion. Completely makes sense. And I mean, you can draw a trend line here. And if you want confirmation for longs, this is where you can actually build this idea that, yeah, we're going to go for longs itself. It's around, yeah, I'd say that. So you can see you've got a deviation here, right? Resistance, resistance, deviation, resistance, resistance, and we're just coming to resistance here. So any confirmation will be a break above here, right? Reclaim the 25% of the range. That's bullish market structure. And after you go, and then go up to mid-range, and as a target we discussed. It's a bit deep underwater here. But watch this now. Let me focus, man. Let me focus here because I am in the trade. I just want to make sure that I don't get fucked over, you know what I'm saying? Let's see how this line holds up now. I don't want to see this low taken out, to be honest. And this low here, I don't want to see this low taken out. I mean, the swing failure is one thing, but we need to reclaim this. I don't want to see this low taken out. The guys in DCC, you guys should know why we don't want to take this low out. Well, I mean, it's okay for a swing failure, but if we're going to be bullish, that low has got to hold. Happy to cut the trade early if I need to cut the trade. Oops, I don't need all these levels actually. I just don't need this. So we found resistance right off this area here. That's where we found resistance. Right here. This is a low. Let's cause the resistance there. There you go. Makes sense. What's Eve doing? Right, bang on. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm bullish on this. Right, so I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna enter on ETH. Let me work out my size. 1 second. In the 1 minute. Are we looking in the 1 minute? Yeah, perfectly fine. Full support over here. Yeah, that's fine. Do this for a second. Give me a second there. Let me enter this. So Monday's low. Okay, hi man. So I'm in on Ethereum. Let's have a look. 15 minutes on here. Right. Long position. Where's the fucking long position? Right. It doesn't really matter. Validation here. Right. Let's see if we can go to fucking monthly open. I like to see that retested. I left my targets open at the moment because I'm looking for potentially up to here. It's kind of crazy, but a range band environment, it makes sense. But I definitely will be taking profits here. But Monday's high comes into the 10th. When's the 10th? So this is Monday's high. The Monday's high is actually mid-range. So definitely will be taking profits at mid-range. 4.79. No, not bad. Not bad actually. We'll see how it goes. I want to work this out, but I'm gonna take a portion off here. If I need to compound, I can compound and get back in right over here when we do bullish market structure and play back up to 75% in the range high. We'll see. Fuck. Okay, so we're pulling back down. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But then it's just bearish then. It shouldn't do. It really shouldn't do. I think Asia's low should hold. Let's have a look on ETH. Which area do I don't want to make it lose? This low here, the mid-range. I don't want to lose this mid-range. So I'm going to use this as my barometer. But I've got enough reason for me to say, yeah, we're bullish. Once we take, let me explain the reasoning behind this now. Okay, so we're taking out Monday's liquidity, Monday's low during Asia. Then what thing is, we've come back into Monday's range and we're holding Monday's range, which is perfectly fine. As long as we hold Monday's range, right, then we can go back to 25% in the mid-range, okay? There's a flat body candle here on the 15 minutes, which shows to me that because all we've done so far on ETH is that we found resistance right here. This is where we found resistance, but really and truly, I can see us coming right into this area here and then finding some reaction there. Come into here, stop in there, breaks down, and then maybe a support up here, and then we can reclaim and go back up to the 25% range and looking to come into this area first as well. Maybe into this area here, then breaks down and then holds above, then come up there. That's very possible as well, showing us bullish market structure all the way. So let's see. I'm in. I'm quite happy. I'm not going to stress about it. Cool. Let me look at Bitcoin quickly. What BT's saying? Yeah, BT's alright. Not too bad. Yeah, we've done retested Monday's low. We'll give you guys another entry there. Right, I'm back up, no problem. I just want, now what I want to see us is just reclaim this area here. All right, that's what I want to see come back up. So I'm going to bring this chart on a separate tab here. I'm going to watch this. Bring this up here. I'm just going to move it to the side. Oops. Trading view. No. Trading view. ETH still below Monday's low. Is it? It shouldn't be. One second. Let me bring up BTC. Launch this up. And I'm just going to bring this over here. So I can just view it as I just chat to you guys in the meantime, okay? Yeah, let's talk about Ethereum. Let's bring up Ethereum. Where's Ethereum? Fuck are you, Ethereum? There you go. No, that's not you. ETH USD. Here we go. Alright, so we're finding a bit of support. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so Monday's low, right? It's here, my bro. Let's have a look. Let me bring up the fucking daily, right? Oh yeah, you're right. We are below Monday's low. Oh, that's me aggressive. That's me just playing this fucking range band environment. Let's just talk about that quickly on the daily. So, similar like I said to you on Bitcoin, there's no difference there in terms of what's going on. So we've got a deviation here. All this is support there. Small deviation, resistance there, which shows us that price is still capped within this range over here, right? It's this range over here. If I want, like I've entered quite aggressively here, playing it all the way up, like the monthly mid and mid range. I've pretty much entered quite aggressively, but I want to see how this works out now. So we've got, yeah. So if the daily closes above here, happy days. We can come back up to 25% range and then monthly open the mid range. From there, we'll see how we react over there. That's what we're looking for. But using Monday's range, right? And then once we get above, then we can squeeze into 75% range and see if we can get some body candles, take out this liquidity over there, mid range. So range higher than mid range of $1,400, which is the macro mid range there on the monthly, which is July's range, I believe. So Monday's range, yeah, David's actually completely right. Absolutely right. Sorry about that, David. Fucking he's on it. I'm not. So yeah, so Monday's range, let's do that. That's Monday's high. And this is Monday's low. Where's your confirmation? Here we go. And this is where we're going to start playing this level to level. Bring this blue. I'll make it a lighter blue as well, just so we don't get confused. I'll put it on 1. Can you guys see it? No, you guys can't. So you can see that. Put it black then. Fuck that. Right, so this is what we're looking for. Right, so let's go on the hourly. Oh, so that's what we found resistance of. Monday's low. Okay, so now we're going to see, do we hold above it? So played it aggressive then. Yep, that's right. You're right about that. Okay, so now I played it quite aggressive there anyway. So never mind. Now, if we want to be bullish, right? Once we step back into Monday's low, right? That's how we can say, yep, that's your entry. That's your confirmation. And you're playing it all the way back to 25% range. And then squeezing it into the, well, this area here will be 75% range of the macro range that we're looking at between here and here. And then go to the mid-range. From the mid-range, we're going to see some sort of reaction. You can see that support, lose this level, resistance, a bit of deviation, resistance. So this is going to be some sort of resistance. We might break down, play around this area here. As soon as we hold above it, that's when I can carry on going up to the 75% range and monthly open again. Monthly open is going to be key. Now, I believe with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin takes out the liquidity of the monthly open, right? Of Monday's high, Ethereum most likely will be at the monthly open. You want to time the two together because they're not in synchronized, because Bitcoin is within Monday's low, but Ethereum isn't. It's just above it. It's just below it. So which means there's a lag between the two of them. But obviously we know that Bitcoin is actually the one that's running the league. It's the one that's actually showing them more power, and we can see that by EBTC. Now, if this runs out, happy days. We play the game as it is, and if Bitcoin is at takes that Monday's liquidity and starts breaking down, at the same time we see Ethereum come into monthly open and starts breaking down, I'll cut the rest of the trade. I'm happy to cut the rest of the trade and walk away, because if Bitcoin is the most powerful one, it's going to drag down Ethereum quite more stronger than Bitcoin in terms of a drop. So ETH is holding the lower time frame trend line, bro. Yeah, 50-minute chart. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's look. Right. Let me just remove that. Yeah, that's what the guys are talking about, is this here. So you see this low there? We're holding this trend line there quite nicely, quite respectfully. Now, support, all this, support here, and this is again support. So as long as we hold above it, it's all good. Where would I be a bit freakish out is that, you see this here, this high? If we start finding resistance, right, and we can't reclaim about this, right, and we start breaking this trend line, I'll look to cut the trade. Happy days, so just cut the trade, going to go back down into like taking out these liquidity here, potentially here, and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so that's the you know, the play that I'm looking for, and looking at, yeah, which comes down to this range band environment I've got over here. So on the smaller time frame, this is like Asia's range actually. It's the range we're playing during Asia. Now, if we lose the mid range, right, and starts breaking down, I'm looking to cut the rest of the trade, because you know what, I'd rather take half an hour loss than a full hour, because it looks like we're going to come back to this liquidity over here. I can always get back up on the confirmation over here, right, especially coming into Mondays. Once we step into Monday's high, that is definitely my confirmation. Monday's there to play back up. So that's the trade there. That's it really. There's nothing much more to talk about. We'll just see what happens going from there. Any questions though? Got me right. Yeah, I got mine. Thank you for being there, guys. Both of you, Daink Country Club and David. Really appreciate that. But yeah, I was focusing on this freaking market structure here. You know, this was the high. Got resistance, we're broken above it. Now I want to see a reclaim above it, and then we can start going back into this Monday's high. Or do we find resistance? If we start finding resistance on a lower time frame over here, it starts breaking down, right? Doesn't look fucking good. For me, I still hold the trade. It's just when I lose the mid-range, then I'm like, I'll cut the trade. So I'm not one of those, I don't like cutting the trade at break even, or looking to cut the trade at break even. I'm willing to risk it, because I have my views, my validation, my ranges are all in play, and yeah, we are missing Pirate to spam the chart. She's gone out shopping, bless her. I think she ran out of milk, wasn't it? T's been slacking lately though. We've got a new guy in the house. This new geezer called Suleiman, in it. Suleiman, right? He's walked in, just whipped his dick around in the fucking group in it, and pretty much claimed pirate. He's got competition, fam. Milk. Did I say milk? You know why? Because like when I go shopping in the morning, it's because I run out of milk in it for my coffee or my tea or some shit like that. That's what it is. Fucking hell. Let's have a look what Bitcoin is saying quickly. Any questions though before I head off? I think that's pretty much it really for me. There's not much to talk about. I want to see us reclaim this area there. They're both playing the same thing. They're both playing the same fucking game. They're finding not resistance. Like, we need to reclaim this area. That's what we're playing at. That's what we need. And then we can play back up. And then we'll see what happens in it. And look, end of the day, right? Let's just mark out some bearishness actually. Control Z. I left the fucking window open in the office and it's fucking cold here, man. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Shit, she would never. Bro, why? She's pregnant. Is this something that I don't even know? Joe Craig T-Rose crying. He said the hardest line though. You gotta give it to T. T goes right, like get yourself a real man. You know what? I rate that, but Suleiman looks like a fucking real man though, innit? He looks like a guy who will fuck you up. I don't know if T-Roll wants to actually say that actually again. Let's have a look. Alright, cool. That's it pretty much. I ain't got nothing more to say really actually. I mean, We can, if we want to play a short, right? Do you remember I said to you that block in the very beginning, right? On the 1 hour. I'm willing to play a short off this actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm willing to switch buyers quite quickly. Once I get stopped out or if I cut the trade, I'm willing to cut the shorts off this idea here, right? If we break down a lower time frame, right? We start breaking down a lower time frame, right? To me, that's a short all the way back down to here, and then from here, I'll hold it a little bit and see if we can squeeze into this area there, and then from there, see what we react. If we come back up and find resistance, carry on the short itself. But if we reclaim and hold above it, I cut the trade, because in this, I expect this to be bullish because we're above the block. But I want to play this as it comes down. So in the meantime, I'm focused on Monday. It's still early on the day. What time is it? It's fucking 11 o'clock, fam. It's not even 12 yet. New York isn't up. We need New York to come in. Suleiman is long, bro. 40. Fucking hell. Well, that's it for me, guys. Actually, I'm gonna let's have a quick look at XRP. I know everyone's so bullish on XRP. What happened? Ooh, yikes! What's happened there? Mid range. I told you. I mentioned this yesterday. Mid range resistance back down. Matic was a good one as well. I posted this on I got front run the bastard. You know, I was looking off this low here. I got front run the motherfucker, right? And he broke down. He broke a market structure as well. I mean, the market's still bearish as well. Got front run the bastard. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Kind of pissed me off a little bit. I mean, I could have entered in with an invalidation because we come into this area of resistance, but I didn't enter in, to be honest. See this area here? No. Was it this high? Yeah, no, it wasn't this high. I think it was this high. This is the high. Yeah, that's the mean, and that's the thing. I could have entered in. I could have entered in over here as well with a stop loss up there, but oh well. You know what? You can't win some. You can't lose some. You can't win some. As long as I didn't. I don't know what I was gonna say. What the fuck? I can't even fucking speak today. You can't win them all. That's it. BTC going for that HNS. Which one? Oh, Head and Shoulders. Have a look. And what time frame are you looking at? Pirates and now as well. Fuck that, man. Motherfucker actually didn't even say hello, morning or whatever. He just said, he actually tweeted it on my tweet. Said like, yeah, chart phantoms. I ain't gonna chart phantom for these guys. I mean, I'll chart phantom for you guys. Do you guys want me to chart phantom? I'll chart phantom for you guys. But not for some little dickhead that comes on the fucking stream and just talk shit, man. You can fuck off with me, man. Suck my toes and shit. sorry. Head and Shoulders. Where are you seeing this fucking Head and Shoulders? On the 4 hours. Yeah. London killed. Yeah. And that's what I'm expecting. That the low on the low on London is what I expect. Fuck Phantom, yeah. Fuck Phantom innit. Phantom, suck my dick innit. Yeah, we're happy with that. All right, cool. Gandalf said no. Everyone's saying no. We're blessed then. Fuck Phantom. Do you guys want me to chart something else apart from Phantom? I'll do that for fun. I got some time. It's only 48 minutes into the stream. Let's make it into an hour. Head and Shoulders. What is it? Head and Shoulders? I can't fucking see this Head and Shoulders. I've never been able to understand this Head and Shoulders kind of view. It doesn't make sense to me. Alright then. Goodness and KDA. Let's do that. He's requested that in the group as well. So let's just... Ooh, yikes. Okay. KDA. Let's see what's going on then. Let's look at the daily. Jesus Christ, Gunnar. This is a mad-ass motherfucking chart, man. Whoever bought here in August, man, like at 50 cents kind of thing, and made a killing. Ordered 20... Fucking hell, Gunnar. Alright then, let's just work this out level to level. Let's go. Alright, monthly. Right, what's the monthly saying? Really and truly we're in here. Okay, so this is the range band environment. Some random pick. Alright, so we got, you know, guys in the DCC, you guys can request your alts, you know, whenever you want to, you know, like I'm happy to help you out there. Right, so we got this range band environment here. That's the first one we start focusing before we even start looking for these massive ass plays out there. I mean, I think once we break out of this here, right, then we're gonna have some crazy ass candles, like these massive ass candles like that. I really think that's gonna happen on the upside, not the downside, because look, all this, right, this small body candle, that's consolidation, man. That's a nice tightly packed fucking consolidation here. I mean, yeah, it is nicely tight there. So we've got the range band environment, we've got the high, you can see resistance, good support. We're at support at the moment. Let's look at the weekly. What's the weekly saying? We took out last week's liquidity. That's all good. So we closed back into last week's low. What else can we say? Daily. I have to look at this the daily. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't look at this at the fucking hourly of 15 minutes in it. What's the JP Morgan coin? KDA. Is it really? So I've got this high over here. So narrow it there. Yeah, there we go. So that's that there. You can see all this is resistance. We've got a bit of resistance, deviation, and come back up as resistance. Makes sense there. And as we can see, bullishness, right? Which makes sense. So see this high here? This high at the moment is capping the market there. Market structure is broken on the upside, right? Because we've made these highs over there. Once we see a bodily candle there, happy days. Any retest here, maybe a retest off here is fine, but any retest and hold above it, that's your confirmation to play back to 75% of the range, 25% of range, and then to mid-range to get these liquidity over there. Once we get up to here, I think it'd be a fast pop because we've got inefficiency over here. A fast pop up all the way to this area there, this low there, around $2.1 kind of thing. Then hold above it. Let's go to about this high. And then from there, we'll see what happens. Do we break down and then we just play it back down, or do we finally get that breakout once we reclaim? Which high is it? Let's look at the high that we're looking for. We're looking for this high actually. Once we reclaim this high, that's your confirmation on the upside. So KDA, happy days. Yeah, KDA is JP Morgan's coin. Is that really fucking true? Alright, so if someone has, okay, so Piers is asking an interesting question here. So could you briefly talk about allocating funds for the next bull market? If someone has, for example, 50k, how would you allocate it? I don't need to call Satoshi. I got you, Pirate. That's what I need. Yeah. So in terms of allocating funds, right? So you tell me, Piotr, how would you allocate it? If you got 50k, what would be in your mind? Doge and ETH, yes, definitely. I'll be looking at to actually bag Doge at the bottoms. You tell me. Like if it was you, Piotr, without any advice or anything like that, how would you bag pop up your what do you call it? Your preparation for your bags. You tell me. Like in terms of percentage wise, let's use alts, BTC and Ethereum, right? How many percentage would you do on alts? How many percent you do on Ethereum and Bitcoin? If you are going to hold any Bitcoin or anything like that. See, let's finish. You know what? I'm going to have a roll up. 20k BTC, 10k Ethereum, 20k Doge, Shiv, Floki, Elon. All right, cool. So you put about 40% of your portfolio into Bitcoin. All right, then that's fine. I wouldn't personally put in money into Bitcoin in the bull run. Reason why? Because there's better plays out there for more of a run. So as you can, if you were to measure it, let's just measure this up together, right? 20% Ethereum, 10% Doge, 20% others. Yeah, okay. So he's not really. So Piotr is not talking about Bitcoin. So I respect that. The reason why I wouldn't put money into Bitcoin in the bull run. Let me break this down to you, my bro. So look, if you look here, let's just hide all this bullshit here. Let's go on the weekly. Right. So the bull run, right? We can officially say once we took out these highs over here, right? It was definitely, you see how it's breaking market structure over here. Then we had a clean smash above, and then you keep going up higher. So from let's just say from the lows, just from the lows itself, what was the run up there in terms of percentage wise? Okay, so from this low here to the very high itself, it did a run up of 17x. All right, 17x on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was isn't the dominant feature. It's Ethereum's a dominant feature. That's 17x, right? Ethereum, let's have a look as well. From the lows, which was from the COVID crash, which was about here. COVID crash was at $90, fucking now. To the highest, where the fuck was the highest? To about here. So, 53x, bruv. 53x, would you take 53x or 17x? I ain't gonna lie to you, I take the 50x in it. So, I put more money into Ethereum. Reason why I put money into Ethereum as well is that in the whole MetaMask situation as well, gas fees become high. So if I'm bagging my Ethereum on the side, right? So when it comes to gas fees, I'm not really stressed out about it because I remember paying gas fees. Well, I didn't pay for this one. The highest I ever saw was $8,000. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw $8,000, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like free Ethereum at the time. It was literally free Ethereum at the time. I'm like, I ain't putting free Ethereum to actually cash out. And then like price like dumping. I'm like, oh shit, should I cash out? So that's what happened for me. But I'll start bagging Daink. But if your logic is BTC to Ethereum, major alts, micro, doesn't it make sense putting big chunk to BTC and then spread to move it in? Yeah. But like the thing is, right? There's the movement of BTC, right, is not as great as the movement of Ethereum, because remember, in a bull run, what has the factor, right? We look at EPTC, right? We're looking at EPTC and we're seeing bullish momentum, right? This kind of bullish momentum over here, right? This is all bullish momentum that shows us that the power riding house is Ethereum, because money flows from Ethereum to alts. And so you wouldn't be holding too much Ethereum. I wouldn't be bagging 20% of Ethereum. I think I'd be bagging about, yeah, probably 20%, 10%, around 10% of I'll hold Ethereum, right? And I'll split like 80% around the some of the alts. For example, I would definitely be bagging Doge. I'd definitely bagging Solana, A0. I had a list as well. I forgot the list, man. What else would I be bagging as well? Does anyone remember what I said? I know I said Sol, A0. I said Doge. Fucking a few of other shit actually. I can't remember, but I'll be bagging them out. The reason why I'll be bagging on more alts than Ethereum and Bitcoin is because we've seen how alts run. They do the 50x, they do the 100x quite quickly, really quickly. Catch the bottom long of 50x. That's, you know, I rate that. They do that crazy ass move. So really and truly, guys, if you are gonna love you too, my bro. Yeah, if you are gonna actually bag onto alts in the bull run, literally bag them up on alts, on solid alts as well. I mean, as the time goes on, we're gonna be looking for like, you know, really good alts to play, so we can actually catch Solana. Like, look at Solana, for example. I would like to catch another Solana and Luna, for example. I mean, minus the fucking dump and the exit liquidity kind of shit. But I would like to catch another Luna and do a good 200x out of it. I'd like to catch another Solana and play another 200x out of it as well. I mean, I was playing Luna fucking 10 cents, fam. 10 motherfucking cents. I still remember that. 10 cents oh, fucking hell. It was one of those things that I wish I held on. I wish I never sold. But it is what it is, though. So Gandalf says, this is my 50k. 75% on BTC, 10% on Ethereum, so math. What, currently right now? Or as in like in the bull run, this is how you're going to play it? LTC, you know what? Gandalf made a very good point with LTC. I'm very surprised with LTC. I'm actually disheartened by the LTC a lot, because with LTC, right, back in the 2017 bull run, you had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and LTC. That was the order. That was always the order, right? And XRP was like below it kind of thing, but it was always going to be those three. And then like LTC, I really wanted to have a massive run to like about $800, $1,000. I ain't gonna lie to you, but he came to $400, start breaking down. Like, the fuck is this shit? And now it's playing back into the area when I was scalping the shorts in December 2020. I was scalping shorts like at $50. I was scalping shorts. I ain't gonna lie to you. Does Zero Labs have a coin yet? I'm not too sure. You bought Luna at $3. Ah, did you hold it? Oh, so it's now to anticipate the bull run. Yeah. So I mean, for me personally, Gandalf, I'll probably hold more USDT. Me personally, I'm 90% USDT ish, or maybe just a bit more than 90%. I'm 90% in USDT, and then like, oh, easy. I need to speak to Bird, man. Yo, I was like, yo, Adrian, sort me out, man. What you saying? Yeah, I need to chat to Bird, but you know, like, see what's he saying in it. Do you know who our good Joe? Do you know who our good friend we gotta speak to? BC Richfield. He is the motherfucking guy. He will give me, like, you know, I'll chat to him. I can chat to him. Well, we can chat to him in the group anyway. He's in our group anyway. So he's the motherfucking geezer to chat to. Because that guy is a smart guy, man. I have a lot of respect for BC Richfield. You know, it's weird though. He shows me a lot of love, right? And I respect that. I love that. I love it when people show me love, right? Because I can reciprocate that back to you. But the geezer, it's like, he's mad though. The first time I met him, he was like a massive fanboy. Like, he was like, yo, he was just so, he was the only guy that at the table stood up and shook my hand. And like, I respected that already because, you know, he stood up and shook my hand. But then when he looked at me, he's like, are you Daink? I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. And fair play, you know. He's a really good lad. I have a lot of love for the guy. BC Richfield, man. Fucking sick geez and a half, man. Smart guy. Love his dog to bits, man. I need to see that motherfucker soon as well, man. Yeah, you know what? Speaking about him, he messaged me last night to actually, you know, he wanted to schedule a call with me. So let's see what he's saying. But yeah, you know what is? I'll tell you something though, guys. During this bear market, now's the time. Because look, those who are in the DCC, you got guys like BC Richfield, you got guys like Pirate, you got guys like Ed, you know, you got loads of different guys as well. Like there's two in particular, right, that are going mad on the thingy there on the charts lately, and I know who they are, man. They're going heavy on the charts, and I'm just watching them. I'm like, these guys are something. These guys are definitely going to be something. And you know what is now is a time. Yeah, it's very humble. Now is the time to build connections. Exactly, Frankie and Yuri. Frankie and Yuri, they're killing it. Everyone knows who Frankie and Yuri is in the group because that section is taken from them. It's theirs. It belongs to them. It doesn't belong to anyone's. Like we just get in, like, hey, how's it going, guys? But they're just going mad. Cruz is on fire though. Cruz is on fire lately as well. I see him. Frankie and Yuri, that like you know these guys, they're just communicating to one another. They're just bonded like brothers, like as if like freaking from a tribe and shit, man. They're fucking on fire, man. So yeah, Pirate can actually tell us soon as well. Goose and Maverick, yeah, that's it. They're Frank and Yuri, 100%, 100%. But what I was saying is now's the time to build relationships in it. So look, if you don't have a Twitter, my advice is build a Twitter account. It will pay you services in the future. Trust me. I want everybody there to start aiming for 1,000 followers on Twitter. Start posting this shit out, man. Post your charts, post your analysis. I do this analysis for you guys as well, so you guys can actually, so you guys can play this, and not you don't. It's not financial advice. You don't have to play it exactly as what I'm doing, but you can actually see what's going on. Let me bring up my fucking BTC chart. I need to see what BTC and Ethereum is doing as well. Speaking about that, on the daily quickly, on the hourly. I just need to pay attention to this still, right? Because I'm still in the trade. I can't be like losing the fucking plot a little bit. All right. Okay. Keep an eye on Ethereum and BTC. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Yeah. So build your account. Car, you got a beautiful account going on as well. Over 5,000 followers. Alhamdulillah for that, man. Shout out to Car as well, man. Give him a follow too as well. Let's plug him in. See, look, when I plug you guys in, right, I want you guys to. I'm trying to build a platform for you guys all to actually call crypto. There we go. That's it. Car underscore crypto. Give him a follow as well. Let's get him to 5,500 and push him to 6,000 as well. And I'm trying to give you guys a platform so you guys can communicate to one another. Because this is one thing we never had in 2017, 2018. Most of us left in it, and then everyone was like in their cliques. You can don't feel like just because someone is in a clique in a group that you can't get in. Just be cool, be yourself. Don't be disrespectful. Build a relationship with one another. Build a relationship with everybody in this group. There's 48 people here. We should all be following each other, and we should all actually building something together. So when the bull run comes in, we're in sync together. We can actually make this together. It's a team building. The only way to build this is actually as a team. You can't do this on your own. It's gonna be difficult to do this on your own. That's why I come here every single day to chat to you guys, because we're a team. We're a family. David, let's fucking plug you in, man. Come on, let's push David to fucking 100, man. Come on, David Bart, where are you? BA, David Beckham. Let's push him out there, man. 47. Let's push him to fucking thingy. To thingy. To 100, man. Come on, let's go. You're welcome, my bro. Who else? We got John Caboose, right? Let's just push him. This is 17. Come on, John. Where's Caboose? Is that? I swear that's your thingy. What's your thingy, your Twitter, man? Yeah. I need to follow some of the guys on the DCC as well. Oh, David's a thingy. Proud to know Trader Daink. Appreciate that, my bro. But that's it. That's it. ZW Zwitch. I ZWITSCH. No, I spelled it wrong. Zwitsha. Crypto wallet. That's it. Push him to 100, man. If I'm following thingy crypto wallet, you guys gotta be following him too as well. All right. So Final Country Club. Yeah, let's just freaking push you up too as well. Final Country Club. Beginner trader. 37s. Like, you know, this is what it is. And when you build it to 100, start posting your charts as well, guys, as well. Don't just do retweets a lot. Because when you do a lot of retweets, right, you just look like a bot. You know what I'm saying? If you post your ideas, you post your, you know, just communicate, you know, like, you know, get the activity going as well. And trust me, you've got a year and a half to build your Twitter, trying to push it to 1,000. And once you hit to like 10,000, trust me, the doors open up on Twitter. I can't stress that enough. I'm telling you the secret right here. This is alpha. The doors open up on Twitter at 10,000 followers, right? This is when you see some craziness as well. And if you're in the country club, I'll guide you through that as well. What happens next and how do you actually go around that as well. But you just got to keep pushing yourself, man. Gandalf, let's put Gandalf in as well, man. Give Gandalf a follow. I think I follow Gandalf as well. Gandalf, I don't even know what you think. Yeah, I don't know what your Twitter is. Stanley, let's go Stanley. Yeah, Stanley's a new member as well, man. Let's get Stanley in. Stanley, badass. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna actually do that on Twitter on what you call it? Give him a follow 54. Let's push you around, man. Let's push you forward as well. I really appreciate you guys retweeting my stuff as well, but I want Stanley, there we go. We got a chart from Stanley here. And look at this, bro. He's trying. He's absolutely trying. And when someone tries, you gotta respect that. Don't fucking hate it. Don't hate him. Fucking don't be disrespectful in it. And you can see he's looking for potential bottoms over here. He's got an idea that this could be the potential bottom here. And I think that's very valid. Very, very valid. Once we break up, happy days, let's go up. So this is a range bound environment. And to me, the range that I'm seeing us gonna be playing for quite some time is here. This is the range. We're gonna have some deviation over here, deviation on the upside, whatever, but this is the main range we're playing, just like over here. Right here to this area there. And we can see range, deviation, a bit of a deviation, resistance or whatever, resistance, pop back up, and that's it. And I think something like that's gonna happen in this very particular area here. Okay? So but you know what? Fucking hell. Oh yeah, you were saying that. Yeah, you like to lay low. Bless you then. Yeah, because you think I remember when you emailed me instead. But literally, guys, building your Twitter is gonna help you out in the bull run, right? Because you wanna like everyone wants to be friends with Trader SC. Everyone wants to be friends with guys like Muro or I want to say Wreck-It Ralph, Wreckproof, or you want to be friends with Trader Daink. You want to be friends with XO or I don't know. Name me some of your favorite influence Wiz. But to be friends with them, you gotta be serious about the game. Like it's all. What's going on, Adam? How you doing? Morning to you too, my bro. It's all nice. It's all nice to actually retweet and like someone else and interact with them. But build your own content as well. Build your own platform as well. You got a platform on social media. If you're doing nothing at home and you're just tossing off every single day, what are you even doing, my friend? Like literally, I want you guys to always push yourself forward no matter what. Not just in trading, but in life itself, social media, the lot. Be respectful to everyone else. I'm low profile on Twitter too. Don't want people to know my portfolio or whatever. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I know. Pyro's fucking legendary, man. Oh, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for your love. Really appreciate that. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. That's it really for me that I've got. I haven't got much more to say, though. What's BTC doing? Yeah, finally we're seeing something. So, we're good. We're good to go. Showing us some bullishness as well. All good to go on the 15 minutes or so. 15 minutes of breaking market structure. The 1 minute. Here we go. Yeah, we're good to go. Right, so I'm quite comfortable now. I was a little bit stressed out. I'm like, ah, shit, motherfucker. I don't want to be losing this. Don't want to be losing this. I'm now nicely up. Come on, let's fucking go. Let's go. Come on, Monday's low. Reclaim that motherfucker. I want to be in profit at least 1 hour. So I can tighten my stops in it. Let's check Dixie. Dixie should be breaking down here, I believe. There we go. Ah, see what I told you? Motherfucker, right here. This is the high that's come there and it's acting as resistance. Off you go. Now, if I work this out on the 5 minutes to see what the 5 minutes was saying, I did look at this in the 5 minutes and I said, clearly, I said this. You guys can rewind this. I'm not making this shit up. Rewind this, and I was saying this has got a hold. And he pulled back into this area, break down, off we go, play to these lows. We got a trend line over here, play it back down here, and we'll see what happens there. Do we hold this and carry back, going back up higher? We don't fucking know just yet. But if we start losing this area there, short the motherfucker down, well, on dollar index, and let's keep going there. All right. Thank you so much for that, David. Drop a like, man. 100% run. 61 people here. I really appreciate you guys coming in as well. Really, really love that as well. But that's it for me. Done. I'm done for the day. It's an hour and 10 minutes, 11 minutes of the stream. We'd call it a day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time. Take care, guys. Have a great freaking Tuesday.